Well, good afternoon. Welcome, everybody. You'll have to let us know how you like this new format coming in the afternoons on Tuesday. It's kind of hard for me, quite an adjustment, but I think it's going to be, not adjustment, not hard, but it's good. It's good to try new things. But today is February 14th, 2023. It's 3 o'clock. We're our regular county commissioner meeting in our county commission chambers. And welcome, everybody. Please silence your phones. And prayer will be by Brenda McDonald, and Barbara Semper will do the pledge.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Brenda and Barbara. Appreciate that. Approval of the minutes from our February 6, 2023 meeting.
I'd make a motion to approve them. I have looked them over and I think they're in good shape.
Okay, have a motion to approve them. We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Minutes approved. Approval of warrants.
Okay, Commissioners, I've got warrants from February 10th, and my standard things, these were not created, modified, or deleted, but hopefully that'll be taken care of today. Checks for the amount of $457,891.69. There was one big one in here, and my stickers fell off to salt from, just went blank.
Redmond?
Redmond salt for $113,511. Additional salt we had to get because we like our snow. So anyway, other than that, they were pretty much just the standard bills
Okay.
and no claims.
Any questions, comments, motions?
Don't need a motion on it, I
I
guess.
was
No.
going to say, we don't.
Never-
It
yeah,
should just be
okay.
a report of warrants, yeah.
Okay, there was no claims this time, I guess. Okay, all right. Okay. Division of Wildlife Resources, annual PILT payment, Miles Hamburg. These young adults here, we have Miles, you could probably give them a few pointers. You was a great FFA member and a great part of that, and it's a great program, and
Yeah, it's a good program to be in, and teaches people a lot of great, valuable things for life and upcoming. So
Miles
yeah, good
now
thing.
is the, hope you don't mind me,
ahead.
is now the Division of Wildlife Resources, what do you call you?
A regional supervisor.
Regional
for both these
supervisor out here, and he taught my kids a lot of things with the FFA, and it's been, it's a good program, but
Yeah, it
had
sure
to,
is.
had to do that, Miles.
No problem. Well, I appreciate you scheduling a little bit of time for me to come in today. I'm here to present the annual payment in lieu of taxes, payment to Uintah County for Division of Wildlife owned and managed lands in Uintah County. This payment comes from sale of license and dollars for hunters and fishermen in the county to pay this payment, and this payment is part of our contractual agreement with the county we have for PILT. The PILT amount is, it does exceed the Greenbelt rate, and so hopefully it's something that can help offset some of the tax loss for state-owned lands in the county. There's some great properties in Uintah County for hunting and fishing, and I'm sure many of you are familiar with the Diamond Mountain Lakes or the Old Fort Ponds. These are great resources for the public to be able to utilize and enjoy hunting and fishing activities, and they provide good places for that. So the PILT payment amount is $9,674.62 for properties in Uintah County. So
I'm sorry, what was that amount again?
$9,674.62.
Thank you.
Good. Well, thank you, Miles, and the old Fort Pond is tremendous
Yeah,
asset to our community and well used, and that's just
Yeah.
something that 2-3 years ago, whatever it's been now,
Yeah.
time flies, but it's.
yeah, and it's Natalie Boren, our fisheries biologist. She's really had a lot of vision in that, and had some good partners, and it's really been a good community effort to get that up and going, and it's a place that I think everybody can be proud of, so it looks really nice.
Okay, we don't need a motion to accept that or anything.
All right, well, thank you
Miles?
again, and I'll leave this with you, Brad, at your chair, so.
Okay, thank you, Miles, appreciate you and your time and what you do for the community.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, best part of the whole meeting today, the National FFA Week proclamation. If you guys would introduce yourselves as you speak, say who you are and.
All right, we are officers from the Uintah FFA chapter. I am the president this year. My name is Asia Massey.
I'm the Sentinel, and my name is Aubrey Harrison.
I'm our chapter treasurer. My name is Drew Huber.
I'm Camlyn Williams. I'm the current chapter vice president.
We just wanted to come and thank you guys for your continued support. February 18th through the 25th is National FFA Week, so we just came by to have you guys sign the proclamation declaring National FFA Week. The purpose of FFA Week is to bring more awareness and just attention to our organization, both throughout the county and our community as well as our school. During the week, we have a lot of different activities that students will be able to participate in, which Camlyn's going to talk about.
So currently, we have some different dress-up days for our school, as well as for the community. We would love for other parts of our community to participate in these as well. Monday we don't have school. Tuesday we are celebrating National FFA, so we will be wearing our official dress, but we welcome everyone to wear any FFA like gear, swag, anything that they have. Wednesday we are doing Western Wednesday. So like Cowboys, rodeo, anything like that. And then Thursday at school we are doing anything but a backpack day. So if anybody carries a backpack and would like to join us, we would love that. And then if there is any national FFA, anything that you participate in throughout the week, we would love for you to tag us in your posts on social media.
Yes, so we're going to be on the radio stations as well, and a heavy social media presence over that full week. We just want to thank some of our sponsors as well, so Drew's going to talk about that.
So we have a couple of big sponsors in our community. For example, we have Simplot, the Western Ag Credit, B&DRV. There's a lot of really big support from our community. We just like to give a thanks to them. So that's that.
And lastly, just want to kind of highlight what we're going to be doing the next little bit. If you guys don't know, FFA is the largest student organization in the world. We go to a lot of competitions, do lots of really cool stuff. 3 of us right here, Camlyn, Drew, and I got to go to nationals in October to compete in parliamentary procedure. We took 15th in the nation, and it was super dang cool. It was such a cool opportunity to go there and meet so many people from all over. We are headed to state convention in March, and we have a conduct team going, so a bunch of little freshmen and beginning parliamentary procedure, and then we have lots of really cool opportunities. But we just want to thank you guys for all your support, and if you would sign these for us, that'll be
Okay,
about
well,
it.
we want to thank you kids for the good example you always set with the FFA. Do we usually do that in
Usually there's a motion to declare the week.
okay? All right, and so the week would be from, what was the dates again on the week? Maybe you guys
February
wrote
18th through the 25th.
18th to the 25th.
Yes.
So if, that's what I was kind of thinking. I couldn't remember if we could get a motion to go ahead and declare that
I will
FFA week.
do that.
Okay.
And I just want to say, FFA's come a long way since I was in school.
It's very different.
It is. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and accept the motion.
I did.
Oh, okay, a second. I'll second. Okay, all right, a second. And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion passed. If you want to come up, I'll just sign that, then you won't have to.
Come up for pictures, come on.
Yeah, that copy will take.
Okay.
Give us just a
I
second
get
here.
to stand above Asia because everyone else is
Listen, we ought to have one of them holding that maybe. That would, that's it.
And then come over here, because
Okay.
I'm the only one they can see over her.
Okay.
All right, I get to be the middle guy, I'm shorty.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you, kids. We sure appreciate you.
Yes, keep up the good work.
Okay, let's see. Vernal Dinosaur Roundup. Boy, we're just having a great meeting today. Now we gotta go to YouTube. No. Vernal Dinosaur Roundup Rodeo. Mike, Karen, and Carson Young.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. My name is Mike Karen. I'm the president of the Dinosaur Roundup Rodeo. With me is Carson Young. He's the vice president of the Dinosaur Roundup Rodeo. We are here requesting sponsorship for the 2023 DRR. First of all, I'd like to start off by thanking the commission for all your support, your past support. We couldn't do it without you guys. It's awesome. Thank you. Western Park Travel and Tourism really stepped up and helped us out. And thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it. I'm going to turn the time over to Carson and let him give his presentation.
Thank you, and I apologize, this doesn't seem to be working, but as Mike said, my name is Carson Young. I currently serve as...
That one's on. That one was on. It had your computer screen on it for a minute, for a second.
I can try to replug and unplug. I can use HDMI, I just didn't see that up here. Oh, there we go. There we go.
That one's
Thank
not on
you.
again, Matt. That one's not on again.
They're big words, so
Okay.
hopefully, and I'll say it. So. But like Mike said, my name is Carson Young. I currently serve as vice president of Vernal's Dinosaur Roundup Rodeo, and I just want to express my appreciation to the commissioners, to the Western Park crew, and Uintah County Travel and Tourism for all their help in helping our event be successful. Just a couple quick highlights from 2022. We had 616 professional contestants enter. That should say 22, I apologize. That was down about 10% from the prior year. We blame the high fuel price spike we had last year. We did have 13,531 attendees and paid attendance over 3 nights, and that was a 15% increase from 2022. For the first time in recent memory, we sold out Friday night, and then we sold out Saturday night, plus we sold nearly 600 standing room only tickets. With that,
People aren't happy with this.
It's just a sheriff.
one positive note from that additional, standing room only ticket sales, we did make an additional contribution to Uintah County Search and Rescue above what we normally do each year.
Okay, not so bad.
Just a few quick highlights of what's coming in 2023. We were lucky enough to secure, man, I'm struggling today. That should read John Harrison. He's been to the NFR 8 times as a barrel man. Last year he won the trifecta of Clown of the Year, Coors Man in the Can, and Comedy Act of the Year. So we're really lucky to have him here again. We'll have Cowboy Kenny's Steel Rodeo Tour on the track to close out each night's performance. And then Friday and Saturday night, we'll have Chris Peterson, who's a recording artist, a concert on Friday and Saturday night. One thing we're really excited for in 2023, unfortunately, one of our bullfighters last year, Luke Kraut, he's from Australia. If you've met him or heard him on the radio, Father Time has caught up with him, so he's retired. But with that, we were able to secure Dusty Tuckness and Cody Webster as bullfighters for our rodeo this year. Between the two, they have 22 NFR qualifications and 12 Bullfighter of the Year awards. So we're super excited to have them with us. We'll be broadcast on the Cowboy Channel and Cowboy Channel Plus again. This year, as we've kind of talked about in the past, the Pro Rodeo Tour has been rebranded as the NFR Playoff Series. We will be a part of the NFR Playoff Series again this year. One great thing with that is the Cowboy Channel has increased the amount they're paying us for broadcast rights and helping us to continue to get the best contestants. And I shared this next slide last year, and I share it again in hopes that, you know, during this upcoming budget year, we could discuss potentially increasing the amount Uintah County donates to our rodeo. If you look at this chart, this was all the playoff series rodeos in 2022, and the amounts in red or blue were the amount of purse money allocated to each event. Each rodeo committee has to come up with that amount themselves. And looking at this, we've got a lot of competition. And there's a lot of rodeos that aren't in the playoff series that want to be on the playoff series. So we've last year we increased our purse money from $8,500 per event to $10,000 per event. This year it will be $11,000 per event. So maybe in future discussions we would ask that, but we're grateful for your support. And we're so grateful for this community that helps us bring the best athletes into town. You know, from the Wright brothers to Josh Frost to Casey Field and everyone else. We're great. You know, this wouldn't happen without the community support. So with that, we'd just like to open the floor to any questions you may have and invite you to attend July 6th through 8th.
The great deal, and I've said this once before, but I heard it. I've been watching Denver and Houston and now San Antonio. I'm always about 3 to 6 rodeos behind because I record them. And changing that from Vernal, Dinosaur Roundup Rodeo, last week, whatever performance I was watching, I heard it again. You know, and so I thought that's a good change, you know, nails us to Vernal. Don't like Vernal getting all the credit. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, no, it does. So I thought that was a great change. And, boy, I just can't say enough about you guys and what you're doing and what goes on there and what the participation is. And it is a world-renowned rodeo. And you guys have really, you know, last however many years has really done a great job. It's a big community deal. It's love it. I bought my tickets early because I could, you know, you can do that, Steve, in case you wanted to know. You can buy them ahead of time just for grins. And if you need me to, I'll buy you a couple this year so you can get there on time. But it's a great thing for our community, and just can't thank you guys enough for doing it.
Yeah, I was like, where's the clowns? I used to remember it was the clowns. Now they're called bullfighters? Is that what it is? They used to be the clowns, now they're the bullfighters?
The one in the barrel's the clown still, and then
Okay.
the other ones are the bullfighters. I can switch your spot if you want.
Sorry, I just hadn't
Oh, no,
seen that.
please ask all the questions. But I want to share one thing with you. The special needs rodeo, we're going to rebrand it to the exceptional rodeo. We're just going to rebrand it. And I'd like to share this with you. When I first started this, I think we were doing about 30 people. And last year we lost count after 350.
Holy smokes.
And we bring them all in. Everything is free. We feed them free. We send them to the rodeo. And we're going to grow that again this year. We got some new people on board, so that's going to grow some more. And hopefully we can keep track next year, or this year, I mean. But yeah, we hit well over 350, closer to 400?
Close to 400.
Closer to 400 people that we entertained and fed.
That is tremendous. That is tremendous. How, I know, is this the meeting you guys asked for the contribution that we usually do? Why don't you go over that a little bit with all of us again, how much we've been doing, and mainly me, I can't remember every year from year.
In the past, since I've been on the committee, we've requested in the counties sponsored $25,000 for their sponsorship. Prior to me attending it, and with kind of the downturn of the mid-teen years, it was $32,000.
Okay, and that, I think we get the money out of, just for these two, I don't know how much you two know, I think it comes out of Alicia's Travel and Tourism Department. Where's the money?
You don't know. You just get the money, right?
Budgeted from and stuff like that, and so.
Mike would know. Yes.
Food tax, yeah. And so if, you two's kind of been blindsided with this a little bit, or I don't know if you have any
Oh, I'm
questions.
familiar with it.
Okay, but if not, we'd go ahead and look for a motion to.
Yeah, I
do
just did want to make one more comment. I can't remember where we were, it's a good thing, but it was out of town somewhere, and we were at a restaurant or something, and I want to say Texas Roadhouse maybe, somewhere, and they were playing the TVs, and our rodeo was on. It was playing, they were replaying it, they had it on the channel, and they were replaying it. And I was like, whew, cool, I wanted to stand up and say, that's where I live. So it was awesome, that was really neat.
All right,
Thank
well,
you.
good.
I would, did you want to say anything else?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to go ahead and make a motion that we, is it called sponsor the rodeo? The Dinosaur Roundup Rodeo Vernal's Dinosaur Roundup Rodeo in the amount of $25,000, and we would love to visit with you more about that. Okay.
We have a motion.
I'll second.
All
Right,
in-
just ask, so was that part of the budget, or are we gonna need to take additional action? It's already in the budget, okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passed.
Thank you
Thank you,
very
guys.
much.
And send that down to your committee. Thank you, appreciate them.
And it's all volunteer. I think,
Yes.
are you one of the few rodeos that is all volunteer now? I'd
one of
heard
the
something about like that years ago.
Most rodeos that are on the playoff series, they have, a paid general manager, other paid positions, but we don't.
They all volunteer.
Will volunteer.
Minimum wage would be nice once in a while.
Yeah, so, if you want to put us on the sheriff's department.
Thank you, guys. All right. Bid opening and possible award of book preservation services.
Commissioners, we bid out exactly what you said for the county recorder's office. We received one bid, was received on time. It's from Cofile Technologies out of Dallas, Texas.
Is that like C-O-F-I-L-E?
KO.
Oh, K-O.
K-O-F-I-L-E Technologies. Pull quickly and it'll come and then it rips off, so,
And these are books for our recorder's office, is that correct?
correct. I'll let Brenda explain more what they are if you want, but
Well,
But that's what
I
they are.
just didn't notice it was spelled out what the books were for, and I assumed it was for the recorder's office, but I just wanted to clarify that.
that is correct. Wish they'd be consistent where they put their price on them. Well, with that, Commissioners, I don't know what their price is on them. References. Performance bond. I guess he's doing them for free.
Double that order.
Double that order, huh? This is for sheep protectors also, correct? Will be in it. Total project, $138,951.50. Commissioners recommend we make sure it meets all the specs that was put out, and we award it a future commission meeting. I don't think these are time sensitive, is it?
Okay,
Okay,
sounds
thank
good.
you.
Thank you.
All right, ordinance number 214-202301, codifying the 2023 Uintah County Transportation Plan Map. Jordan, I bet's over that.
Yes, I am. Jordan Merrill. I'm here to present this map to you. Do you want to see it, or how do you want to do it?
I
This
don't
is
know. We got to sign it afterwards, correct?
Right, it's
Is
just
that-
an
yeah,
ordinance to
I don't-
codifying the map.
Yeah, I don't.
Have there been a lot of changes, or are you able to just hit some highlights or anything?
So there was a couple changes. A road going up to Moonshine Arch was added to it.
Probably the reroute there, I guess, probably.
That
the
little reroute. What was another one, Matt? There was another ad. There was two roads were added, and then 2 roads that were vacated. And the vacated roads were just small little segments that were just solely on private property.
I think were there some just changing classifications as well?
Like,
Have been done? Well, when you go from like a B road native to B road gravel or anything like that from last year?
I think there may have been, did we do some classification changes on that Moonshine Arch one, or that was all new
Might have
road?
done that one last year, going up to the towers at Coal Mine, was that last year? We made Class B road, no, that's 2 years ago.
Maybe 2 years.
I'm not
So
sure,
co-
but they all came through commission. Any
Yeah,
changes came-
Commissioner Larson
Yeah.
asked me just before the meeting. So just on the process, these revisions will come through commission meeting through the whole year. Then it could be new roads either being added, or it could be, through a road vacation, maybe we're taking roads off. You can also have revisions on dealing with the classification of the road, if we're upgrading a D road to a B road, or a B road native soil to a B road gravel or paved. All those will come through a commission meeting, and then each year we formally adopt the transportation map for the year. But it's all based on those already publicly approved changes through the prior year.
Everything we'll do this year, here next year will be.
That's
Yeah.
good clarification also for the public that's here.
The other addition was subdivision road in Silverleaf Cove subdivision off of South Vermont.
All righty. You will let's see, I guess we need a motion on this.
I'll make a motion to accept it as presented.
Okay, we have a motion.
I second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Maybe what we can do after the meeting, meet in the small conference room where we have the big table. Is that gonna be the easiest? You'll have the correct pen or whatever it is we need? Okay, all right, thank you. Ordinance number 0214202302, financial administration. You got that, Mike?
I do. I have it electronically. I can show it. I will put it up. We want this one on this side.
It's good you have a backup to dim the lights for us. You guys have set that all up.
That's right.
Not too much, Wendy, I'll fall asleep. Perfect, thank you, you got it just right.
There you go. We want this to be a short meeting. We don't want to fall asleep.
Excuse the snoring.
It's okay.
Commissioners, this has been sent to you multiple times. This is the final version that we just received in the last hour and a half from the attorney. I don't know if you want me, I can go over each paragraph as we go down through here. Stop.
You know, I think as commissioners have probably got it down pretty pat, but I don't know
Okay,
about the audience.
that's what I
You
didn't
I'm
know.
not sure if the
We
audience
can
would
go-
understand that much of it either, Mike, so I don't know if there's
I
questions.
think
or-
it'd probably be good if we just, so there's good clarity for all the
All the
department
records.
heads and
Okay.
elected officials to
Okay.
see the walkthrough of the paragraphs.
Just the ones that we've changed, or the whole thing?
Oh, probably just the ones that we changed so we can have a shorter meeting.
Okay,
Okay?
Thank you.
that would be appreciated.
It is proposed that we remove sections 2.846 and 6 and 7. And we'll go over those individually here. We have added in an E that says finance officer is the county auditor as or the person selected to provide accounting services for the county in accordance with section 1719A205 Utah Code annotated. Purchasing agent, we have added as such in accordance with the duly adopted Uintah County purchasing policy. And then from there on will be removed.
And just if I can just interject as you're moving through, Mike, just for the department heads, elected officials, and the public, we are also currently working on a draft of revising the purchasing policy, which we anticipate will get into some work sessions, and we'll bring those clarifications
Yes.
forward on that. So just so everybody knows that there's going to be a very open dialogue with that document as
Right.
well.
And this one here, clerk auditor duties, or as assigned deputy shall perform all accounting services for the county, including but not limited to the review of all invoices, county purchases for compliance with the requirements of the policy, which refers back to the purchasing policy, to ensure proper authorization of county purchases, and shall enter all invoices and create the record in the county financial records for all county purchases associated with payments made by warrant check or other payment mechanism. Then shall present such list in duplicate to the county executive body, which again, I just did today. County treasurer, this section has been changed now to pursuant to UCA 1724-12. County treasurer shall make a detailed report as defined by statute to the Uintah County Board of Commissioners during the first Monday morning work session in March, June, September, and December. If said Monday is a holiday, the meeting will be canceled, such be in the next available day. This one here is new language. It didn't come over red on that one. That was from Mr. Sturmer on that one.
I wonder why that didn't.
I don't know.
I wonder why it didn't track that change, because it was the same document.
Yeah, I don't know why
It's showing it is on the bar on the left.
Oh.
That shows it as a change, but
Yeah.
but the text isn't red. So
For some
Anyway.
Like I say, I just pulled it up.
yeah.
So anyway, that is a change there. This report also, you receive on a monthly basis, revenue expense summary that I send you anyway, so,
I did have a question on this,
okay?
or ask for some discussion. I like that we're defining it a little bit more clearly when, but if this is coming weekly, did you say?
You get it monthly. You'll get a
Monthly?
monthly revenue expense summary that I send out to you that gives you a summary of all the revenue received by the county and each of the individual funds.
So is that the same as what this would be?
Pretty much the same report,
But it's coming from you,
but
not
it's coming from
her.
me, not Wendy. So she has access to the same report. She could send it to you for a quarterly basis if you want, whatever you guys want that way.
According to that code, though, it shall make a detailed report as defined by statute. But is that the exact verbiage of that statute?
No, that is not.
I mean, until it starts getting into the county commissioners?
I'll let Wendy try to read it while I turn the lights back on so she can
I
see.
was gonna say, I got a little, sorry, I was a new operator back there, I didn't know how dark you put the lights. Yes, in 1724 and 12, in the code right now, it says, reports to county executive or legislative body, each county treasurer shall make a detailed report whenever required to do so by the county executive or by the legislative body at any of their regular or special meetings of all money received by the treasurer and of disbursements thereof, and of all other proceedings in the treasurer's office. And then it goes on. So that defines a little more clearly what report I would be giving you. In the code, it says upon, whenever required to do so by the legislative body. I don't know why it has to be specifically the first Monday of March, June, September, and December, but I'm certainly, I mean, I can give it to you at any time you request it, so. I don't know what difference that would be, where it states, all money received by the treasurer and of disbursements thereof, if that would be different than, I believe it would be the same as the revenue and expense summary report.
Well, I'm wondering, that revenue and expense summary that you give us, is that something she could just give us? And then that would,
Well, or I have a report that shows all of the receipts that is receipted into the county, and I don't have a problem with giving you that at all. I mean, I can give you that report at any time.
okay, because on there it just says she'll make a detailed report, but it doesn't really say
Well,
of what.
Just
Yeah,
in
it
the
says a
flow,
detailed
it
report as
says-
defined by statute. So that's where you go into the statute.
That's where the statute says of all money received by the treasurer and of disbursements thereof,
I would like to
and
find
all
a,
other
oh,
proceedings.
sorry. I would like to find a happy medium if we can. I mean, I think it would be nice to possibly spell out that we will get it at least this, every so often, quarterly, to say it would be received quarterly or something.
Quarterly work.
But if we don't have to spell out exactly
Yeah, I
the
don't-
day and the,
Yeah, I
So-
have no preference there. I mean,
Yeah, this is my language, and it was taking from the more burdensome approach that's in the code right now, our county code, which was every month. It's to be presented to the county commission. And the statute does require that it's presented in the commission meeting. Otherwise, we could just have it sent
yeah.
over electronically
It says an open or public meeting, it doesn't,
at
yeah.
any of their regular special
Right,
meetings.
any of the.
So it needs to be
that
done
would
in
be
it needs to be
work
done
session
in a
is
public meeting. A work session now defined
is-
by our ordinance
yes.
is a regular
Correct.
meeting of the commission.
Correct.
And so from the prior commission where there were numerous letters sent to the treasurer's office, requesting and at times demanding certain information from the treasurer's office, I wanted to, what I'm just putting in here is to pull back from the monthly report, but also have just a defined time. So future commission or future treasurer, whatever the case may be, if a commission comes in and sends all these letters saying, I need this, I need this, I need this, you're able to come to this code provision and say, I will provide that to you in March. I will
But if
provide
you-
that to you in June.
According to
September,
the
December.
code, it says whenever you
Upon
request it,
request,
and
yeah.
I did comply to those letters and those requests, and it was presented in commission meetings, and it was also presented, it was emailed and forwarded to them
Well,
at their
I like
request.
the March,
That was
June.
their request.
So it's just I know it sounds formal, but I think it helps everybody understand what the process is, so there's just clear understanding. Again, I drafted up a proposal to scale back what is currently in our ordinance, which is that it's every month on the third Monday of every month, and just scale that back to a quarterly report. Of course,
Yeah.
in between quarters, if the
were-
commission needed more information,
And-
they
and-
could request it.
Prior to this, there were some months where by the third Monday of the month, I didn't even have some of the bank statements yet, from the previous month. And so it might have happened on the next Monday or the next Monday. I mean, it was difficult with that ordinance or with that policy to be able to stick to, I have to have it to him on the third Monday of that month. If I didn't have but this I would definitely have the information. I'm a little unclear as to what, like you said, what reports do you want? Do you want it for the whole quarter? Do you want it month by month? It's a little bit, I wasn't sure on that, but we can figure that out. We can still put this in code and the policy, and then when you decide exactly what format you want it in, then that's how I can present it to you. I don't have a problem with that.
We can go with this here, and if we need to modify it.
Yeah, this is all just setting forth the procedure.
Procedures.
Right? This isn't trying to get in the way of the,
Yeah, yeah.
of the offices being able to talk to each other, to say, oh, okay, you're wanting to see that, let me.
Yeah.
Or if you're
Right.
seeing something in the report that like, look, we don't need this in the quarterly report. Fine, communicate back to the treasurer, and that's one less thing you need to put in the quarterly report. This is just trying to set forth a clear process. That's all my intent was.
And
All
I
right.
appreciate that. I do. I appreciate you trying to read our minds, write something.
Well, if anything,
but-
just so it adds,
And I
adds some
certainly don't
clarity.
have a problem with reporting to the commission, any of that information. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I just want to make sure that it's not so restrictive that I might not have the information that you need when, when that's telling, but by this, I would have that information, I'm sure.
Well, my thought on that, if something comes in, the week you just can't get it in, then you can just tell the commission, this came in late, it's gonna be in the next report.
Which is fine, if
And,
that's
yeah.
okay with them. I
Yeah,
just
I
want to
think
make
that'd be
sure I'm
great.
following the way the
Yeah.
policy is written too,
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Okay.
So if it's the same report that Mike is sending out at the end of the month,
He sends
is he
weekly.
going to continue? Because that's when I balance my budget and make sure that I've got everything in order.
Well, that's what I'm gonna say. It just sounded redundant, like we
Yeah.
were having two of the same reports sent, so I'm just not sure.
We'll
how
still
to
send the
address-
monthly reports to the departments, and I'll still send them to you guys, the summaries.
Electronically?
That's how you're getting them now. Check your email, you probably already got it.
So that brings up another question that I have then. If you want this presented in a work session, do you want it electronically? Do you want a hard copy presented in the, I'm not really sure how you want that presented in the work session.
We kind of talked about that a little bit.
But I guess that could be just something that we can work out
I think as much
between
as we
us.
can do electronically, the better.
Yes.
We already sent it to you electronically.
Right,
But
and
it,
then-
but
I
it, be-
just
but
have
it
to
becomes
like
part of, right,
verbally report to you, this is what it was, you have an
and
electronic
then
copy.
I emailed it to you,
Yes.
and then Ty just
Okay.
puts in the minutes, so when somebody looks at this statute that
Then
says it was supposed to be in the regular special meeting, there it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's in the minutes, but, yeah, let's try and do as much electronic as we can.
Okay.
I think it helps.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it being quarterly. I like that verbiage for quarterly. I just don't know if we want to get super specific right down to the day of when the meeting would be, just because then, like you said, if she runs into issues, she could do it, we could say, at the first of each quarter, maybe. At the first of each quarter, it would be reported. I don't know, something that then doesn't limit you
If you
to
want to
that.
leave it at this, and I know that that's a timeline, that's a deadline, I would hope that if something doesn't come in, or I'm on vacation that day, or something, that it could be flexible, and I would be able to report it the next week.
Depending on where you're on vacation, we might have to fly to you to get that report.
I wish I could
All right,
go on vacation.
I think we're in
and you could
agreement
fly
to go ahead and leave that like it is.
Yeah, I'm,
Okay.
Okay.
then section 6 is taking it completely out. 7 is coming out. Then we're talking purchase orders. Uintah County purchase orders shall be approved. Only thing we changed on that is down in D, where payments to the health insurance provider and all other payroll-related payments, being money's going to Mountain America Credit Union, the dues to rec centers, the child support, everything else that comes out of someone's check, that we can pass that money on to where it belongs to the employees. Payments, nothing changed there. Annual joint report here, we changed it from on the third Monday of July to no later than 30 days of receipt of the annual financial audit. So if we get the audit quicker, we'll do it quicker, and if it's later, then if all the special service districts get everything done, Jeremy, wake up, and we will be able to hopefully have the.
Hey, Jeremy's
done do that.
here.
He is.
He's here.
And I thought he ran into a fire.
Yeah, okay.
Interdepartmental transfers, this is from one department to another, shall be pursuant to the code. And this is request from the finance officer shall be in writing to the county commission. County commission must pass a motion in a duly noticed meeting of its intent to transfer the balance or part thereof after such request motion, the county commission may by resolution transfer balance portion. This will slow this up another week to do it that direction, as if I just sent you an email saying, which we do very, very few interdepartmental. That's taking from one department to another department within the same fund. So they're very, very seldom does that happen, so I'm okay with the wording the way it is. I know we have one coming up on Western Park. We gotta move some to do the construction to the actual capital projects 9 of Western Park, but that will be coming.
I have a question.
And just so the commissioners know that I wish I could advise that we don't do some of these steps, but the statute is what outlines what these steps are. The finance officer can initiate it. So the only thing I'm adding that we just have that in writing, which I know Mike does already. He sends a document of a budget transfer document to you. So that's fine. So that's the only word that I'm adding there, is that it's just done in writing. And it creates a nice paper trail. But if the commission wants to initiate it, the statute adds a step. You have to pass a motion first, then you can approve the resolution. So it's kind of weird that it's a two-step process if the commission initiates it. But I guess it's a two-step process if you do it, because you'd have to make the request and then you pass it by resolution. So either way, there's 2 steps in there by that statute.
Thank you. I just had a question. Do we ever do any transfers outside that fund?
No, because then it'd be a budget increase, because then you're now increasing a separate fund.
So it'd be a budget
Department.
reopener if we, something
it's a budget
that we would need to do.
reopener.
So that would fall under budget reopener, not
Yep,
something like
which is
this.
one that's coming
Okay.
up further down here.
That makes sense.
Interdepartmental, that's within the same, like if you guys wanted to move travel money to office supplies or office supplies to travel money, that's within the same one. That one, the law allows for the finance officer to make the interdepartmental transfer. And so on that, John, in the past, it was specified who did that. I'm understanding as the finance officer, I'll be the one actually entering that into the system also. And that's,
Yeah, I think you would need to.
Right.
The only clarity here is that the department, so
right, the department's
Matt needs
initiated.
to quit attending meetings, because I always pick on him. He's a good sport. If Matt needs to make a change as the department head, he's able to get that, go to the finance officer reviews it under that statute. There's a few things that Mike would need to look for, and if everything checks out, the change is made.
Okay.
Then the rest of that comes out. Procedure to increase the budget now this is your budget increase, is governing body shall increase the budget appropriations pursuant to the code. And that's it.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. Any questions, more comments? Did we get everything answered?
I'm good with it.
Clear as mud for everybody, then let's make a,
I'll make a motion to accept ordinance number 0214-202302 as presented by Mr. Wilkins.
have a motion.
I'll second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passed.
Thank you, Commissioners.
All right, rescindment of bid awarded to Polaris for financial software.
So, Mr. Chair, I requested that this get on the agenda. Last year, the commission had approved a bid from Polaris. I think it was back in August of 2022. I think it was October 18th of 2022, there was approved language through legal and through Polaris, but for whatever reason, it sat in former Commissioner Bill Stringer's office. I don't know why. But if it's the intent of the county to not use that software where there was a formal bid that was received and accepted, then we need to have some record showing that we're rescinding that bid. So that's why it's on the agenda for discussion, and if there's a motion to take that action.
Anybody?
I have
comment?
no problem with that. After
Okay.
talking with staff and the department heads, elected officials, I think that's the route I would like to go.
Okay. Is that a motion?
It is. I would make a motion, we rescind the bid award to Polaris.
Okay.
And I would second that motion.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Budget officer position. Who has that?
Tanya.
That, oh,
Tanya's coming.
I was gonna say,
I didn't see you
that's his
sneak in back there.
department, that's the one I work with.
That's your department.
Happy Valentine's Day. If you haven't had a great day so far, hopefully you'll have a fun night with your loved ones. I'm trying to figure out, because my computer has been down, so I'm punting with a spare. So give me just a second to see how it's going to plug in and work. For me on my side, let's see. Several different little contraptions there. And then I have some, I know you guys had asked for
Yeah, thank you. I think this is the same thing.
should just all be stapled together there for you.
You can, sir.
All right.
There.
Okay, so this process with our budget officer review has been an ongoing conversation for a little time now, but it was set into action on February 7th. According to our policy, we are needing to give at least, or HR preferably can give 2 weeks' notice. I know that commission has had a conversation, we've had conversation regarding the ongoing need for the budget officer position. And I just wanted to bring that forward to you guys today. We can go back through what steps have been taken as far as policy to make sure that we are following those steps and providing notice to our budget officer. Do you guys have any, we can take questions. We've been going through this process. Mark has been on administrative leave since February 7th. We provided him a letter acknowledging to him the intent of discussion regarding his ongoing employment with the county. And then there were memorandum notes that were provided to HR by Commissioner Larson. And that's why we're bringing this before the commission today to have open discussion regarding if this position is going to continue with the county, and also what that would look like regarding the severance and paying out that position as well.
Shows here 4 weeks severance, am I reading that correctly?
So it's actually 2 weeks because it is a week for every year.
Okay.
And he has 2 weeks or 2 years of full-time employment. There was time of part-time. He's had 1 week of administrative leave, and it does say in policy, preferably to have 2 weeks' notice, and we've only provided him with 1 week's notice. The February 21st would have given the 2 weeks' notice, so I would request that we provide him 3 weeks of the severance to meet that obligation, if it's the decision of the commission to dissolve that position.
Does that need to be in the motion?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All righty, any other questions, comments, motions?
I'd make a motion that we resolve reduction in force for the position of budget officer based on the information that we have been provided. It looks like it was a duplication of efforts at this point, up to this point. However, it was a very positive resource that we used. I recommend that we follow policy 240, reduction in force, which does deal with his notice as well as his severance pay. Make that effective today.
Need to see
Well,
3 weeks done.
Well, we
Right.
could make it effective
Weeks of
today and
pay,
provide the
severance
additional
pay.
week of severance,
yes,
as
3
long
weeks
as
of
we're providing
severance,
the 3
yes.
weeks, but we
3
can make
weeks
it
of
effective
severance
today.
pay, and then he's 2 weeks, 1 week where we had him on that, and then the
Okay.
other week.
All right, we have a motion.
I will second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passed. All right, URS Executive Administrator appointment.
So just for next steps, we do have Appendix A
Yes, that'll be
that has
on.
it in there, so there will be
that
some
on.
other things coming
For
to the
cleanup.
commission because we gotta do some cleanup
Yeah.
in other policies and stuff just to finalize it. So it's not trying, if you see it on the agenda, it's not trying to revisit the issue. It's just trying to make sure everything
Clean up everything.
cleans it up, yeah.
Okay.
Do we, these just cop, oh, okay.
Oh, was this you as well, right? Okay.
Okay.
So Mark was our executive administrator on our URS contact list. With his position being dissolved, on February 9th, we received an email that the clerk auditor's office had placed Mike in that position. However, we do need to have that put into a motion and have a discussion from the commission regarding that. I did as the web administrator, need to go back in and actually lock his access to URS, because even though the position title had been changed, the access, he still maintained access to the website. So the process would typically go that the commission would contact web administrator. We would lock the access until a decision would be made for, what are the next steps going to be? Are we going to, continue down this path, or are we going to, because a decision had not been made. So at this time, since that's been the vote of the commission, I'm just asking for your thoughts. Mike has been the executive administrator in the past. I think it would be appropriate for him to maintain that or have that position. But we do need a motion from the commission to move forward with that.
I have spoken with Ms. Craven regarding this matter so I could figure out what was going on, because I didn't understand the difference between web administrator and the executive. Based on my conversations with her, I would make a motion that we do appoint Mike Wilkins as the administrator.
Have a motion.
I'll second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, thank you.
All right, cemetery certificates. Oh, I was about to say this is the first time we've never, ever not had one, but we got some.
Let me clean up here. Didn't know if you guys would want to see that.
Commissioners, several today. Mazer Cemetery, Robert Allred. Mazer Columbarium, East Side A7 and A8 as doubles. Mazer Cemetery Columbarium, Charles Gardner and Marjorie Gardner. Mazer Columbarium, West Side I1, a double one. Mazer Cemetery, Paul Searle, Lot 583, spaces 3 and 4. Moving to the Rock Point Cemetery, Phase 2, Robert Freestone and Pama Freestone, Block 333, Lot D, spaces 1 and 2, and Block 333, Lot C, space 8. Moving to the Vernal Memorial Park. This was a error on our part, Commissioners. Or actually, I don't know whose was. We did this a few weeks ago for Camille Cook. We incorrectly gave her lot 261, space 5 and 6, and it should be lot 258, spaces 5 and 6. So we're just correcting that certificate.
All
But I
righty.
wanted to bring it to the commission, and so it's on record to what we're doing there.
Any questions, comments, or motions?
Make a motion that we accept the cemetery certificates as presented.
Motion.
I would second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any tax matters, Mike? Okay.
Commissioners, I have a tax matter. This is a centrally assessed appeal for Table Rock Minerals, state appeal number 21-1394. This was a settlement agreement that was entered into last summer, actually. It got lost in the paperwork on the state side, not our side. The state did finally sign the final order of approval in October, but we never received it until just now. So with that, there was 2 years, so 2019, appeal number 21-1394. Original value was $0. We were able to charge on escaped value of $1,624,717. So we're going to charge $20,401.45 for 2019, and for 2020, we will charge $20,924.78. Now this is the bad part, 2021, same appeal number, original value was $10,436,861. It has been reduced down to $3,258,275. Refund of $87,246.99. So we have a net effect on that of a refund of $45,920.76.
Which in turn, about 70% of that is the school districts.
Correct.
Okay. Any questions, comments, motions?
I'd make a motion that we accept the refund of Table Rock with the comment that it's up to the state's error, not ours.
That's right.
We have a motion.
I'll second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed.
I have one item this morning, or this afternoon, excuse me.
Okay.
It's hard to get used to that. I'm requesting a refund for Denise Stringham in Tax District 14 for $110. She renewed her registration and sold the vehicle prior to the registration expiring, and the state has already issued their portion.
Okay. Looking for a motion?
I would make a motion to do the refund for Denise Stringham for $110.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
All right. Public comments. Stand between us and Valentine's dinner. Anybody want to say anything? Yeah, okay. All right. Motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
I think we're,
How'd you do? Did you make it on time?